Act 1, Scene 4 in 5 minutes. Act 1, Scene 4 is one of those scenes that can be passed over, and there's, a reason for that. However, there are a couple of very important things in. Now, this first section, down to the entrance of Banquo, along here, and unfortunately a mistype here, that's meant to say Macbeth, Banquo, Ross and Angus, is about the execution of the old Thane of Cawdor. Doesn't seem that important, but what we get is a very different reaction between Malcolm and Duncan. So what we get is essentially a contrast in character between the two. Now, on Malcolm's side, he is kind of impressed with the way the Thane of Cawdor dealt with his execution. The fact he confessed, asked for pardon, and then gave away his life as if it was nothing, as if it was a careless trifle. Duncan is not impressed, and is the first person to come up with this idea that keeps coming all the way through, that you can't tell what's going on in somebody's idea in the face. Okay? Right? The idea that the face and the heart are two different things, and that will come up soon. And the importance of trust to him. That's why. So Duncan dismisses this, but Malcolm seems to actually be interested in the character of the Thane of Cawdor in doing this. For the rest, we get a lot of pleasantries between them. This is Macbeth and Banquo turning up at Duncan's house after the war to be rewarded and to be praised. But what Macbeth clearly feels is likely to happen to him after those prophecies doesn't. Duncan names as his heir Malcolm, his son. The Prince of Cumberland, obviously a title that goes to being an heir. And so what we get here is kind of the opposite to what we just got. We just got the Thane of Cawdor being given to him and him seeing that as confirmation of what the witches say. Now surely this should be doubt, because they told him he's going to be king, but it doesn't come over that way. Instead, what he says is, that is a step on which I must fall down, or else I'll leap, for in my way it lies. So he sees it as an obstacle, and that's what it is to him. It's an obstacle to him achieving what he's going to be. In many ways, what that's showing us is that he is dealing with what we might call positive affirmation. He only takes things on board that give him confirmation of what he wants to hear. He follows this up with probably the most important line in this scene, where he now calls on the darkness to come and hide his black and deep desires. He calls on the stars to go out that night so that the darkness will cover up his desires. Now, there's lots of ways of seeing that, but it seems like he is allying himself to darkness, while at the same time suggesting he needs it. So he's got black and deep desires, but he needs the help of the supernatural.